We're doing baby bok choy, Asian inspired, with garlic, ginger, sesame oil. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it. Please subscribe and ring the bell so you'll get a notification of all of our new videos. So baby bok choy, you know, I didn't have this till just a few years ago, and now I eat as much as I can. My wife likes it. They're great. They're crispy. They're flavorful. They most of the time we make them with kind of an Asian-inspired influence to them. They cook quickly. You can grill them, and today we're gonna do a recipe in the pan. So first thing you want to do is get some baby bok choy. Now you can buy them pre-washed. If you want to be super safe, you can rinse them a little bit, especially the bigger ones. They pick up some little grit or dirt inside. So if you want to do that, and then all you're gonna do is you're gonna cut off a little bit of the bottom, and then we're gonna just go ahead and cut them in half. Right? If you have ones that are really, really large, you might want to quarter them. But I'm going to just cut them in half. Like this one. This one's like a really big one for a baby bok choy. So I want it to cook evenly. So we want everything kind of similar in size. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to just cut this one a little bit so it's somewhat similar in size to the rest. I also make this same dish where I just chop up all the baby bok choy. So if you want to do this and you didn't want to do the work afterwards and you didn't want the whole, the whole thing, that you can just go ahead and then you can just cut it up like this into 1/4-inch strips. And that's another great way you can do that too. All right. So we're going to put this to the side. Now we're going to take the baby bok choy. We're going to use just a couple ingredients. We're going to use some awesome garlic. We're going to use some ginger. Now, if you have fresh ginger, it really makes a difference. It's got a big punch and everything. It's a little more work. Sometimes I have ginger around, sometimes I don't. So, but I do usually have this around because this lasts a long time and it's totally acceptable. It doesn't have quite that ginger punch, but you don't have to do any work. You just open up a tube and squirt it out, and so totally acceptable. And going to accelerate a little bit on this. If you're going to use ginger, fresh ginger, and you've never done this before, you just take a spoon basically, and you can just scrape the ginger off, right? You just scrape the skin off. You can see what I'm saying about the tube being a little faster. And then you would just have to slice it and mince it. I like ginger, but I don't like big bites of ginger. All right. So if you're going to use ginger, do it that way. For this recipe, I want to show you we're going to use this. All right. We do want to use some fresh garlic though, because we need to have some fresh ingredients. So we're going to take about 5 cloves of garlic, and we're going to chop those up. And let's say that you don't have garlic at home, which I don't know why that would happen. I mean, I know it's a rare instances where that could happen. There's only been one time in my life I think I didn't have garlic, but I was trained at an early age always to have garlic. If you don't, you can use garlic salt or garlic powder, not garlic salt, garlic powder as a substitute, emergency substitute. I do not like the pre-chopped garlic in oil. There's almost no garlic flavor to it at all. You're better off using some powder, all right? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut these up, but the flavors are going to come together with the garlic and the ginger. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to mince these up. You don't want to get them too small because you don't want the garlic to burn. We're not going to cook it that long, but you kind of want just a rough chop. All right, so let's go over to the pan and get them in the pan. About a medium high heat. We're going to use sesame oil. It gives a nice nutty flavor. Probably about 2.5–3 tablespoons of sesame oil. I'm using an extra big pan because I just want more bok choy. All right. So we're going to let that heat up for a second. We're going to put the garlic in there. Start it from cold. That way it has less likelihood to burn. Right. So we're going to go ahead and get this warm. All right, our garlic is starting to flavor the oil a little bit. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add some ginger, about 2 tablespoons. And I know some people are gonna go, oh my gosh, you're using ginger out of a tube. Folks, we want meals that taste good, but are also like relatively quick to make. And usually I'm not just making this to eat, I'm making this as a side. So it's okay, it's okay. All right, we got some ginger, we've got some garlic. It smells wonderful. We're gonna get our bok choy. And we're gonna put them in the pan. I like to start them all down to get a little bit of the char in the pan. I'm gonna increase the heat a little bit, and then we're gonna let these saute for about 2 to 3 minutes. We wanna get a little browning, a little wilting on the bok choy, then we're gonna add some other stuff into it. All right, these baby bok choys have been in there. They're starting to brown a little bit, you can see. I'm gonna flip them over. All right, now we're gonna hit them with a little salt and soy sauce. Now I use coconut aminos because I don't like what soy does for you, and it's a little bit too strong. So I use about 2.5 tablespoons of coconut aminos. We're gonna put them right over there. We're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of water. We're gonna move these to the center, and then we're gonna just take a pan. Now, because this is a large pan, I don't have a lid for this, so I'm gonna put them all together under here so it's gonna steam a little bit too. It's been a couple more minutes. Look at that. The bok choy is wilted, the sauce is thickened up. Let's go over and plate this a little bit. Bok choy is a great side dish. I like to make it with some fish or some chicken. I didn't say it's almost foolproof, but it is almost foolproof. If you undercook it, it's still crunchy a little bit. If you try to overcook it, it's really hard to do that. It's still good. All right, so now we're gonna get some of these good things that we've made in the pan. The garlic and the ginger. All right, sauce. And realistically, you know, like I say with any recipe, you need to make it your own. So if you like more ginger, put more ginger in it. If you like more garlic, put more garlic. If you like soy, you can use teriyaki, you can do whatever. So you can take this, you can hit it with some sesame seeds. I have just found some fermented black garlic, which I really like. That's a cool little flavor to it. So I'm gonna hit it with some fermented black garlic. This makes for a nice presentation, adds another little crunch, another little bit of umami to it. And there you go. Baby bok choy, super easy, super delicious, and it's a super side, right? So try it, you'll like it. Keep on cooking. All right, let's give this a shot. You get the darkness, the leaves cook, so it's kind of like a spinach consistency, but then you get the crunchy from the rest of it, and then the soy or the coconut aminos mixes so well with that sesame and the ginger. You could just have this alone for dinner. I think you're really gonna like this. Give it a shot.